In the not too distant past, 2008 AD, there was a guy named Phil, pretty different from you or me. He was employed at a helicopter support place, not doing much work, yet a certified ace. Phil's boss called him in around half-past noon, and then he fired him on the spot, but Big Rush knew just what to do.
They mistreated me completely.
I'll produce content for YouTube, the worst ever made. The dents will sit and watch it all until all my bills are paid. Now keep in mind, Phil can't control when his begging begins or ends. He never learned that special skill because he has no friends.
I'm a fully crowdfunded individual.
Snort for roll call. Catherine.
My wife.
Jasper.
Get down.
Derek.
Good night, Derek.
Bills, if you're wondering why folks tip the guy as he rambles about scat, just remind yourself these same people once paid $2K to see his cat on Feigning Distress Theater 2000.
All right, well, that was a lot of fun. How's everybody doing tonight? Let me make sure everything's actually turned on here because I'm still apparently not very good at this at all. I hope you enjoyed that absolutely atrocious thing that I put together. It was intended to be my King of the Ring submission, but I never had the time. So I figured, you know what, it'd be a really goofy ass intro, and it got me really inspired to do a couple of different things here for the streams. So that's what this stream is all about. We're just going to test some stuff out, have a little bit of fun, watch some stupid Phil shit. I mean, I'm guessing it's probably all going to be about an hour or so. Sip a little sake, but I hope you enjoyed. I'll put that up on the YouTube channel so that people can make their ears bleed whenever they want to in the very near future. So I didn't get to see really any of the pre-stream podcasts today. I don't take the time to record it, and one of the downsides to when I actually have time to stream is the thing isn't actually up yet. I mean, I guess maybe I could go use raw archives or something. Yeah, maybe we'll do that, because I'd like to see some of it. He's been pretty unhinged lately, and I'd like to see what the guy was up to. I was personally running all over the place because, long story short, I got my wife back today from a recent hospital stay, so that was awesome. So she's in resting with her kids right now. Good times are being had all around the house, all around my own snort fort. So I wanted to take the time, since I actually have somebody to keep an eye on the little boogers, to come hang out with you guys. So. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm a big fan. Oh, we got a bingo today. Shit. You know what? Thank you for pointing that out, Misguided, because I don't, obviously I got to be choosy about what I catch up on, and I'm going to return to the gym tomorrow morning, and it sounds like I am actually going to cover or catch up on most of this on the bingo stream, because that's always a lot of fun. Yeah, thanks, Phenom. She's all good. I mean, it's still an ongoing thing she's recovering from, but we had a bit of an unexpected setback. She had to go into the hospital for about a week, but she's back. That's a good thing. It's always better when she's home, because that means things are trending in a good direction. So thank you for asking. Much appreciated. So yeah, let's. I hope you enjoyed that, and in the spirit of a little bit of MST3K love, because I am a big fan, I put together a nice little transition to the show. Another thing. Oh, it's fine, Misguided. No worries. This little something we can use to transition into our stream proper. Although I got to figure out how to make the actual green screen. I found this online with a green screen into the porthole, so we could actually get right into the stream. I got to figure out how to actually sort that out. So we'll watch a little bit of the guy. I hope you notice the MST3K style theater here, with little Darksy watching on. There's a number of empty chairs here. my thought is that, maybe if I can talk a couple of the other folks to join me from time to time, maybe we can fill up some of these chairs. Might be a fun way to do some things. I even made a little Darksy so we can move him around so he can walk in or walk out when he's disgusted. So we'll have some fun with that. So you sit right there, little Darksy, and we're going to watch a little bit of the guy. Let's see. Oh, and actually, you know what? We'll get into this first. There is one more thing. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but I wanted to have a little bit of fun. I had another weird idea, so I'm not going to spoil it. Let's go. Let's get into it, and then when I feel that it's appropriate, I'll pull it up and show you the other dumb shit that I thought I ended up doing. Where are you at, the guy? There we go.
Fucking controls, man. Swear to God, fucking controls, man.
Kind of loud today, guy. Let me know if he's too loud. Can we just get to the thing? I thought I was close. Just get to it. Oh my god, I thought I was close.
Normal to a
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Darksy Defil. Is that how you say it? Darksy Defil?
I hear that's how you say it, Andy.
Or Darksy Phil.
Yeah, let's get a little bit of the gout. I will say I caught some of, I shouldn't say I missed the whole thing. I caught a small bit of this on the way back from the hospital because it's a bit of a drive, and I was listening to some Chill Murray. So Chill went nuts today, by the way. I would actually recommend going and spending a little bit of time catching up on Chill Murray's restream of this earlier today, because he got emotional in a way I'd never heard him before, and it was fucking hilarious. I was dying.
To a brand new streaming week that is absolutely jam-packed full of awesome stuff coming up. I'm Darkside Phil. I hope you're ready to have some fun down here on level 1 with me, because
Ew, I hate when he wears shirts of cool stuff.
So much going on
He just
today.
ruins everything. I hated when he played One Piece.
A bunch of game news
I haven't watched a single minute of his One Piece
Four big
playthrough
stories
because I
I'd
have
like
no
to cover for all
desire
of you today.
to
Get you in the
conflagrate
know.
him.
We've got
Is that the right word?
ongoing releases
To
that just began on
mesh him
Tuesday.
with the
I'd
Straw
like to
Hats in my
obviously talk a
mind.
little bit
No
about
desire
each of those
whatsoever.
new releases and give you the skinny on what I think about them just in the initial couple of hours that I've played them. Yesterday was my day off, and whenever it is, me coming back from my day off, I like to talk a little bit about what went down during that time frame. Of course, this coming weekend we've got not one, but 2 special days that we will be over on DSP Reacts doing React-style content. We got my normal weekly show, DSP versus the Internet, and then we got a special day-long documentary
Beautiful mess,
event
hello.
that
Try
I'll
to
be
jump
doing
on a little quicker and say
Saturday.
hi to you,
So
but I'm
we
sitting
have
here.
got
I'm
a
trying not to
lot
lip smack
of
my
cool stuff
socket
happening
mouth directly
here
into the mic, so I
at the
was
end of
muted. Thanks for
February.
coming.
I hope you guys are pumped and excited. I hope that this will get you reinvigorated for the content.
If you weren't here
here,
for the beginning of the
because let's
stream, I
be
recommend
honest
you
here.
check it out after
Yes,
it's
it has
over.
been stagnant
I
since
added
I've
some
been
stupid
playing
shit
essentially
at
the
the
same
beginning of the
games.
stream, but then maybe you
The
can
only
just see
real
it
new
next
thing
time
we've really
too.
been
So.
doing recently was Hogwarts Legacy, which was really good when it started, but an RPG like that, that's going to be lengthy in our open world. Once you get around hour 20, the excitement starts to wear off. And so, it is definitely exciting that we've got new stuff going on here. And I'd like to talk all about it. I'm feeling reinvigorated and happy, and I'm excited for the future. Especially this particular week should be a good variety week of stuff. You can always
He
tell
always
people
says
are
the
excited
exact same
when I
shit.
take a
It's
look
never
and we're
any
just
different. He's
starting the
always
podcast,
reinvigorated,
and we've got,
refreshed,
like double the amount of
excited.
people we normally would have.
It's like he
on the stream.
resets his
That's good.
soul
That's good. I'm glad that
every
you guys
6
are
to
excited.
7 days.
Okay.
But that can't possibly be
So,
true
geez,
because
where do
his
you even
soul,
start? When I got
his
so much to
fucking
cover on
CPU has
today's
been
show.
rotting for years.
Today is Thursday, the 23rd of February, 2023. Just so you guys know, later today there's a state of play. Now,
Oh, I
it kinda
appreciate that
came out of
beautiful mess, but I
nowhere
don't know
because
how
it
you
was
know that. You
announced
can't see me.
around
No
mid
face
to
reveal
late
here.
on
But I
Tuesday
appreciate the
that
compliment
Sony's
nonetheless.
doing a state of play broadcast this afternoon. I believe they said it's between 1 or 2 p.m. Pacific time, something like that. I just started new games. I'm just coming back from my day off. I'm not interrupting my schedule to cover this thing. Undoubtedly, whatever information comes out of it will be interesting, and I will talk about it likely over the course of this week's streams and or tomorrow's podcast. So don't think that I'm going to not pay attention to it or anything, but it's coming out of nowhere. And so I couldn't really even plan for it or say, gee, would I like to react to it? I mean, I don't have an opportunity. I already have things planned out for this week, and I can't take a whole stream.
I know
away
this
to
is
do that.
this is
So,
super
I will
old hat at this
eventually
point, but that lighting, that new lighting,
get
has
caught
his
up. In
face
fact, I
so
guess we're
fucked
supposed to
up
cover various
that
topics.
I
A
know
lot of
everyone
VR
points out
games in
how it
there.
accentuates
But
the
there's, of
snort
course,
sacks, and
massive
obviously
rumors
it does.
when they talk
But
about
the
Silent
other thing,
Hill,
it
when
really
they talk
pushes
about
out
Final
like
Fantasy
the
16,
bottom of the
when they
sacks, the
talk about,
jowls, and it just kind
who
of
knows,
it
right?
shows
It could
how
be
much of
anything
an
with Sony State of
island
Play.
the entire
And there's a lot
area
of
of his face
speculation. It
from
could be
his
a big one,
nose
it could be a
to
dot.
I
You
guess
never know.
where the bottom of his
Personally,
main
I don't
chin
care about
is.
the VR stuff.
It's like
So
a
anything you're
weird
talking
little
about VR
island,
there is
and there's
pretty
this,
much
and
completely
all this flesh
uninteresting
around
stuff
it actually is
for me.
kind of pushed
But
forward a little
obviously, I
bit
wanna
like
know
a
about other game
wall.
releases,
Like
alright?
if
So
that
again,
were,
I'm sure
if
you
you were
guys will be telling
living
me over
on
the course
his
of today.
chin,
I'm
you'd
sure I'll
be
do some
fully
research.
protected because
By
you're
tomorrow, I'll
surrounded
be
by
able to
these
talk about all these
mountainous
individual
snort
games that they're
sacks
talking
and
about on State
jowls.
of Play.
Nothing from the second chin or the nose or any of that would be
All
able
right,
to get in.
so let's
You'd
see.
be
Where do you
perfectly
even
safe.
start? I guess what we'll do, let's start talking about what happened a couple days ago with the new releases. Let's cover those first. Then we'll do Phil's Day Off.
Oh
then
shit,
we'll
are
do
we gonna
game-
bitch right off
then
the
we'll do
bat about how
schedule.
bad Double New Release Day went?
Or should we do... Let's just start talking about the games from the
Let's
other
do
day,
it.
right, before we get ahead of ourselves here. Okay, so 2 new releases came out on Tuesday.
Uh-huh.
Like a Dragon Ishin and Atomic Heart.
I feel like a
Like a
Dragon
Dragon
Ishin
Ishin,
is
I
the
kinda knew what
perfect.
it was,
It's the
except
perfect
it's
title
gonna
for him
be
to say
very
because of
similar
the
to the
Ishin
Yakuza
part, because that
franchise,
natural
only it's gonna
slur
be
he
set
has,
in
it just comes
Japan.
out so
Well, I
naturally.
was about
He's never
half
pronounced
right.
anything so
It's
perfectly in his
definitely
life,
similar
especially
to the
not a
Yakuza franchise.
Japanese word.
The graphics, the combat styles, the open world exploration, RPG-esque stuff, the missions you come across, etc. Very reminiscent of Yakuza. So if you like the Yakuza games, you're gonna love Like a Dragon Ishin. What I was wrong was the time period, because this actually takes place a lot further in than I thought. It's not like classic feudal Japan. It's actually the tail end of that time period when Western technology was being integrated into Japan. You know, foreigners were flooding in, sailing in with all kinds of things.
Ooh,
like
we're getting
guns and
history
stuff.
side,
And
Phil.
So the
This is
combat
fun.
actually is an integration.
Oh
of
my
both,
god, his mic, or isn't his mic, his camera just keeps
swordplay and
refocusing.
guns,
It's pissing
which
me
is
off.
kind of interesting. I wasn't expecting that. I actually thought it was going to be, more just traditional samurai swordplay, and that definitely kind of threw me for a loop a little bit. Now, here's the thing, all right? This game is a remake of a game from 2014 with modernized graphics and some modernized tweaks to it. Essentially, it's the same game, but they've improved it.
You
a bit.
just say modern graphics.
Why?
The fucking
is it just
eyes,
releasing
eyes
now?
suffix you
Because
put
this
on
game
is so
originally
fucking
was only in
stupid.
Japan, and now is being ported worldwide,
Ported.
so that Western audiences can also enjoy it.
Indrid.
Also, if you take a look at the last 5 to 7 years,
What's
the
up, my
Yakuza
dear?
franchise blew up worldwide. It became a mainstay in gaming culture. I mean, Yakuza
So
Like
while
a Dragon
Indrid's here, I'm just
sold
going to point out.
insane amounts
I
compared
just
to
walked
the previous
everyone
games in
through the
franchise. So now that
new
it's
stream
mainstream,
layout and
now
my
they want to bank on the
my
fact that they've had
beautiful
spin-off games
new
in the past
Mystery
that
Science
Japan
Theater
owned. I get that.
ripped off
But at the
theme.
same time,
I just want to
this
point out there's some
game
empty seats in this
follows all the
theater. and
tropes of
There's some
older
empty seats
Yakuza
I intend to fill at some
meaning
point.
You start
Hint,
the
hint.
playthrough, right? The game has like 2 hours of story before you actually get
Logan
the meat
K,
of the
welcome,
game, where there's
welcome.
open world
Midlife Crisis,
exploration,
welcome.
Running into quests, doing combat. It's like, wow, that is a really
Look,
slow
I am
burn
not
start.
passed
And
out
listen, I'm
on the
all
desk
for
yet,
story
so I'd say
and a
this
good
is pretty
narrative.
successful.
But even I was getting bored in the first 2 hours of this game, just saying cutscene, 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 dialogue, dialogue, dialogue. Like, oh, the pacing of the beginning of the game could have been so much better. I really feel like,
Is he
sadly,
leaning somebody?
that's going to hurt the chances.
Damn it, I wish I had his chat.
That's
I gotta get all
definitely
this
going
shit
to hurt the
sorted out.
chances of people following the playthrough. I went on
Yeah,
Tuesday,
Indrid, what I want to
started that
do
stream
is,
with over
is
400
eventually
viewers.
start
By
inviting
the
some
time that
people to
stream
come
was
in and hang
over,
out with me. I'm
we
really
barely
loving
had
what
200.
what you and
And
Snoo
that's
have
what
been
happens
doing,
when
getting
you have
people
slow
in.
momentum at the
I'd love to
beginning of
do
the game.
that
People are like, oh,
and
the whole game's
focus
gonna
on
be like
maybe
this,
some
and they dip. But that's
pairings
actually
of
not the
folks
case. The
that
game in the final
that we
hour
don't
that I
normally
played on
hear at the
Tuesday
same
got much
time.
better.
But I
Once
thought
you
a
hit
fun
that-
little thing is I
that
could make a
formula
little
stride of
silhouette of
open
each one of
world.
them
Oh, look, there's a random
and
encounter.
sit them there in the seats with little dark
use
scene.
your combat and level up and get new abilities. Get
And it'd be even easier when
finishers
it's
that are
people
really
I've
fun to
already
watch.
drawn.
Then, oh look, I found a special a mission. Has some narrative and dialogue to it. It's kind of interesting. Sometimes it has quirky writing. It's funny. You know, it got better.
Well, Indrid,
It
you
just
also
took too long to
missed
get
it.
to
It
that.
came about because
And
I had a
that's sad,
planned
'cause I hope that
submission
that
for the
doesn't mean that
King of the
people
Ring
now
that I
won't
didn't
go
have
through the
time to
rest of the
finish.
playthrough.
And then once I
Because I'm
finished
really
it, I
liking
realized
it
it was
so
stupid and
far.
horrendous.
And
And
I
so
think
I would
it's
just
actually
use it
gonna
for
get
my
better
own
now that we're
stream.
getting
But maybe I'll
further
see
into
if ALT
the
will
meat
put
of
it on
the game.
WPIG.
Okay.
I'll ask him. I'll ask him real sweet.
Well, it's pretty much exactly what I thought. It definitely plays like Yakuza.
Horton's Prince of
It's-
Hate. We all need
that
our
formula of
boyfriends.
gameplay,
We all
only
do.
with a different
Every
setting.
last one of us.
Now, does it have the 4 characters from Yakuza know, like, does it have Kazuma Kiryu.
God damn, I'm so
Goro,
bored. Like,
I always forget his last name.
not with
Goro
you, with this.
Majima? I
He,
forget his
he's
last
just going
name.
on and on endlessly about fucking like a
Akiyama
dragon. I don't
and
care.
The other guy,
You're annoying.
Saejima? Yeah, Saejima. Does it have all of them? Yes, but they're not those characters. They're playing completely different characters in the game, even though they look like characters from the Yakuza franchise. So it's kind of like it's funny because they look familiar.
Oh, and
yet
if you
they
stick around,
are
I'm
not
probably
those
gonna play it
people.
again here at the end of the stream for funsies.
You know, so it's good so far. If you like Yakuza,
Because the
you're
right
likely
thing to do
gonna
probably
enjoy
would
the
have been to
game,
hold it
and
in the
you'll likely
pocket
enjoy my
and
playthrough
hype
of
it up
But
and get a bunch
there's
of
some
people
people
loaded
who
in
likely
beforehand.
were
But instead, I
kinda
decided to
open
do a
mind, and
test
within
stream and
those
just
first
drop
2
it
hours were
because
like,
it's
just turning
it's
off on this.
really bad.
That's sad. I wish
It's
that
really
maybe I
bad,
would
but
come
that's
back
why I love
tonight
it.
as I play it on my late stream and give it a second shot to see that the whole game isn't just cutscenes.
I don't know, Logan.
I guess
KALT
we'll
and
see
I
what
got
happens,
heat.
All right. Now, the
ALT
other
and
game
I
that
got some
played on
serious heat.
Tuesday was literally
I don't even know
I
why.
had no clue
But
what
we
to
do.
expect
I think
from
it's
this
just I
game.
just make shit
And
up.
quite
First, it was
frankly,
about
now that I've
a
played it for
wrench
2
on the
hours,
tractor beam. Then it was about
I still have no
it was
idea
about who
what to
gets
expect from this
Jenna
game.
and who
It
gets
is a
Cat. But we
wild
got
game
heat.
called Atomic Heart, made by a game studio.
Oh, and he
It's
told me to go
called
fuck
Fish. This is their
go
first
fuck off
outing.
on a stream
So
once.
when you have
I
no
don't know about that
previous
guy.
frame of reference and no experience, you really don't know what they're gonna make. It is weird.
I hear detractor infighting is
The game
a
opens
thing these
up
days, so I
with a
decided to jump
setting
on that hype
really
train.
feels
I'll fight
like the world of
everybody.
Columbia from BioShock Infinite. And much like that game, within the first like half an hour of being introduced to the world, all of a sudden all hell breaks loose, everything falls apart, and now there's all this combat and chaos, and you're struggling to survive. But the game kind of seems to me, how can I say? It seems
How
a
can you
little
say?
bit unfocused, and it definitely seems chaotic and messy. And what I mean by that is, you got a protagonist who talks a
All right, we're gonna stop this for a second, and this is why. There's something I really want to examine here. Plus, I want to play around with my other new toy, which I haven't done yet. But I want to do something. I want to observe something here. I brought this up earlier, and forgive me because aiming is not going to be the easiest with this thing. But one of the things I added to the stream is now Darksy can draw. Darksy can doodle on the screen, guys. I can draw right over this fat fuck. And what I want to point out, where are we at here? Let's find right where we're at. I'll get better at this as time goes on. No! Oh my god, I won't get better at this. This right here. This little island. Look at this portion of his face. Look at how you have these like walls. I'm going to draw like a red line like I do at work to kind of show the curvature of things. How you have these jowls, and you have these walls, and even the chin pops out a little bit. This area of his face is like the Alexandria safe zone, surrounded by walls. A little Walking Dead reference for you. And you can actually live in here safely and be protected from any of the fungus or the grease waves or any of the shit that's growing and living here on the outside of the rest of his face. So, say for instance, if you were living on this safe little island and something were to kind of like encroach on your territory, something that you didn't expect, that was just slowly moving in from the side, you'd be completely and totally protected from it, right? And it's wild because the lighting, that's clearly always been there, but the lighting on his face is actually accentuating those snort sacs in a way that I never really expected. It's wild shit.
ton, but most of his dialogue is very stupid. Like he's like a dummy, and he's constantly arguing with his talking hand. Yes, he has a machine on his hand that he talks to. That
Logan
serves
K,
as kind of his
I
companion guide through the game, but he's constantly.
I love and
bickering
hate that
with him.
idea at the same time
very
because
annoying.
he's clearly
why is
a
he doing that?
dictator.
You know,
But
and his
I
dialogue
love
is
Morton Joe
pretty
too
shitty,
much.
To be honest, it's
I love
not
Morton
very
Joe far
interesting.
too much to do that.
You're the protagonist. You're supposed to be this guy. I
And
don't really wanna
besides,
be this guy.
Cat's the one with the horse teeth.
It's a little annoying. The audio in the game in general has issues. Like you'll be walking through an area, and you'll be hearing someone next to you talk, but then you'll
I'm just
start
picturing
to talk
Cat
to the
talking
hand,
talking like a
but then a
Morton Joe.
loudspeaker will start
Phil
talking.
goes
So
to
you've got,
sneak
like,
a bit of
three
food off of her plate, and
dialogue
she
things
says,
all
"That's
playing
my
in the
property!"
You can't make heads or tails of what's going on, and the volume levels don't seem to really adjust or make sense. So there's parts of the game where you don't know what it's like, just chaotic blabbing, and it's like that's not good. There definitely should have been better audio direction here because it's trying to get you into this world.
Are we bitching about audio direction now? God damn. He thinks he's so knowledgeable about all of this shit, and he thinks that it's like required of him to give a review on a
You're
game
being told
to comment on all these different elements like he
that it
is
was
like
kind of
he's
a
a member
rebel
of the
or
Academy and he's
deserter or
discussing a proper Hollywood
traitor
film. Like
who caused
it's
all the
okay to
tech
say
malfunction. But if you've
or to
actually
just
seen
accept
any
the fact
evidence
that
of
you
this,
don't
haven't.
know
It's just
everything
being
about
told
game
by your
development.
hand.
It's okay
Your hand is
to
a
just
robot
talk
being
about
run
why you
by
love
likely
the
this
game or why you
propaganda,
hated a game
controlling
without trying to
state.
get into
So
the
maybe the
technical
hand's lying
side of
to
it
you. You don't
when
know
you
what's really
yourself
going on.
are not
You're just trying to
technically
survive.
adept at any of this stuff.
But the dialogue is
Like,
pretty
perfect
bad,
example.
admittedly.
I
And don't know
recently
if the-
played
of all
River
the
City
things in the
Girls
game, the
2.
story starts strong and
Loved the
immediately
first
kinda
game,
gets stupid.
bought 2 the day
And I
it
don't know if
came
the
out,
story will be interesting long-term
and it
or
was
not.
fucking amazing.
And
I
now we gotta
thoroughly
get to the
enjoyed it.
gameplay
I
of
love
it.
the style of
It's
it.
a
I love the
wonky
feel of it.
game,
The
but
music
the
was
combat
fantastic.
just
The
feels
gameplay was really
so
great. There was a
unpolished.
surprising
It feels
amount of
like a
depth in
PC
how you
game
could
from
grow your
ages ago.
characters.
You know what
And
I'm
I can
saying?
say all
Like,
of that
you
without
know,
sitting there and
enemies,
saying, well, you
robots all
know, I
look
feel
like
like the
Crash Test
audio
Dummies.
wasn't mixed correctly, or I
come
feel
at
like
you,
the
and
you know
you
the
dodge
woman
out
who
of the
sung all
way.
of the songs, her
Or you
pitch
just
was a
try to
little bit off.
overwhelm
Like,
them with attacks.
I'm not technically
you're
adept at
just
any of that
shooting
shit,
wildly, you can't really
so
do
I can
much,
just
like, there's
speak
a heavy
generally
attack,
about the
it's
parts
kinda
that I
slow
don't
and
understand, and speak
as
a
you
little bit
level up
more
your
in depth
weapons, you
about the
can get
parts
better
that I
attacks,
do,
and have
like
this
the
tap down
gameplay
attacks
and
that
how
have
responsive
360
things
spin,
are. Like, I don't
like
mind so
multiple
much when he
menus with
gets
it,
that deep into
but it's
that
just
stuff,
bizarre.
but
It
when
just
he
doesn't
steps
feel
so far out of his
polished.
lane
Like, if
just
you
to sound
play
smart, it
other
infuriates me.
first-person RPGs with combat in them, like Fallout or Skyrim or
Doesn't he? I think
the
doesn't he wear the
Thief
toilet
series,
seat for
Deus
every game?
Ex series.
Midlife Crisis isn't the
The melee
toilet seat
combat
basically
or the combat
like
in
the
general
thing?
just
Get your
feels
fucking
more
finger
refined.
out of your eye.
This feels like a very basic.
Jesus
engine
Christ, dude! All right,
that
so
doesn't
my
seem to
oldest
really-
child,
It doesn't
this
seem
is
like
her
it's-
first
it's-
year
it's
in public
polished at
school,
all. It just
and
seems
she's
like
been
maybe
sick
it's
a lot this
functional,
year,
but is it
like a
fun?
lot.
And when every enemy is running
And
across the
you know, I
entire
think
room
that's
with a
pretty
Superman
par for the
punching you in
course.
the face
But
for
one of the
60%
things her mother and
damage,
I have been
it's
trying
really
to
weird.
impress on
It's
her
like, what were they
is the
going
importance
for
of
here? I
keeping
don't
your
even
hands
know.
out of your
It
fucking
feels
mouth
right.
because
I mean, maybe they were
she
going
eats a
for
lot with her
something really
fingers.
unique, but it's kinda
She's got her
wonky.
hands
Like
in
I
her
said,
mouth a
it doesn't
lot.
feel precise. Some of the
And
enemies
she's
that
a
come out
sweet kid.
immediately,
She
they
doesn't
have
know any better.
physics clicks
She's
that
still
go,
learning.
they start,
She just it's
vibrating
habitual,
like
right?
crazy on the screen. Like, what the fuck is going on with the physics?
But
here?
it's like
Let me put
I
it
have
this way.
sympathy
2
for
hours
it
in,
because
it's
the
a
kid is
weird game.
8.
And
This
it was
is a
funny
almost
because
41-year-old man
you know,
who
I look at
can't
the
keep
feedback
his
I get on my
fingers
day
out of
off
his
or on my day
orifices,
off, okay?
let alone, you know, when a fucking camera's on him. Like,
And
keep
I'm
your
reading
finger
all the
out of your
comments
holes, dude.
From this playthrough so far, here's what I'm seeing. Here's the comments I'm getting. All right.
For a second, I thought you were calling me petty.
Like a
Andrew,
Dragon
for- I mean,
Ishin
fuck
is
this
the
guy. He's
kind
got
of
his
game
finger
you'd
in
like
his
to
eyes.
buy and play
But I
yourself,
get
maybe
it.
the
I
playthrough
get
wouldn't
what
be
you're
the best
saying.
thing to watch. However, Atomic Heart is a game literally I would never buy or play, but it's such a weird game. I'd like to watch Phil play it because I think it'll be entertaining to see how weird and clunky and buggy and unfinished and wild this game can get. You know what I'm saying?
I know
So
what
it's
you're
kind of
saying.
weird.
Please die.
Because if you were to ask me right now, what do I think is the better game? I definitely think Like a Dragon Ishin is the better game of the two.
Ishin.
But
God, it just
I think
like
people
it
have a
rolls
point
off his
that when you get a
jowls
game
so
like
well.
Atomic Heart that's such an oddity,
like very happy
it's
for
such
him
a
that he's found a
weird
word
game
that
and
he can
anomaly,
say
right?
correctly,
That
especially a
it
Japanese
likely
word.
will end up
As someone
being
who
the
is
playthrough that more
who
people
spends a
wanna
fair
watch
amount of
me
time
play,
studying
because you never know
the
what's gonna
Japanese
happen. You
language,
don't know
so
how
that
zany
maybe
it's gonna
one
get,
day, hopefully,
what
I can
weird
become
thing's gonna
fluent.
happen next.
I'm
And
very
I guess
proud
that
of him.
says something, right?
But I think it's just a natural ability.
So I
he
guess
has
we'll
to slur
continue
his
on.
words
We'll
that's
see what
helping him out.
happens. Now, what's hilarious is,
Darcy
you know,
needs
out
to
of all
shift
the
in his
weird
chair.
shit going on in this
Do a
game,
little, he's doing a
the
little
one
ass
thing
scratch
that
there.
morons
He's bored.
focus on is
Calm
this
down,
one
Darcy.
moment that's
It's all
absolutely
right.
obnoxious.
It's not going to be this
So
bad
you
the
walk
whole
into
time.
a
I
room,
promise. We're going to have fun.
and there is just a giant rectangular red metal box that looks like a refrigerator almost.
Oh, here
All
we
of a
go.
sudden,
Yes,
these
sexy
robot
refrigerator
tentacles
talk.
come out
All
of this
right,
thing.
shut the fuck up.
It starts pulling you towards it, and it wants to kill you. It's trying to kill you.
No, that's not what it wanted to do to you,
They
Phil.
gave it a female voice that's basically saying sexual things to you.
Uh-huh.
It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah,
And
it
I
was
like,
weird.
What the? Now, originally, all right, maybe it's supposed to be scary. It's trying to pair this stupid, dirty talking fridge
It
with trying to
absolutely
murder you.
wasn't trying to
And
be
it's
scary,
obnoxious
Phil.
at first, but like, okay,
It was
whatever.
trying to do
But
sex
then
to
what
you, boy.
happens is you hack it or whatever, so now it's not hostile anymore. Well, this actually is supposed to be the unit that you need to interact with over the
Here
course
we
of the
go.
game.
Let's make sure we
do all of
understand
your
exactly
upgrades.
what he's talking
All right,
about.
so this is going to be
as he talks
upgrading
about the
your
unit.
weapons. It's going to be
This is the
upgrading your
unit right
abilities.
here.
So
This
it's very
here, this
important
is
that
the
you learn how
it.
to use this thing, and it's got a unique menu system. It's a little different from other games, so you got to kind of mess with it a little bit to understand it. But as you're trying to sit there and interact with the thing for the first time, it continues to talk dirty to you. It's like, what the fuck? And it's so intrusive because, again, just like the other audio issues in the game, the fridge starts to talk. You're talking to the fridge. Your hands
Is it a
talking,
fridge? Can
and it's
can
just like
anyone
this
can anyone
cluster
actually
conversation
confirm
of
that for
shit.
me?
It's
Is
like,
this thing a
shut the fuck
refrigerator?
up. Let
I
me
don't
just
think it was.
concentrate. I'm trying
It's
to
like some
learn the
weird
upgrade
upgrade
system.
machine, right?
And you're
It's
trying
calling
to
it a fridge.
literally
It's not a
do things
fridge.
in the menus, and you cannot concentrate.
What fridge have you
It's
ever
like,
seen that's
imagine
got
if
take
you're in
old
a
bitties
room,
like that?
and oh my God, something important is
I'm gonna put
happening
it right
now. I
next
need
to
to
his head.
respond.
Look at that.
And
I'm
you've
gonna
got
put it right
more
next to
saying,
his head.
meh, 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 meh. On the left hand side, you got someone saying, boo! and then in front of you,
He's
someone's
very
dancing, saying,
excited to
ha ha,
be so
ha ha,
close.
ha ha. So you got man.
Oh, wait, hang on,
ha, ha,
hang
ha,
on,
ha.
hang on.
All
No,
around,
no,
you're
no,
like,
no,
what? No, I did content. This is important. I need
Shut
to
up,
concentrate
Phil.
on. Ha. Someone's more on here saying, man. On the left-hand side, you got someone saying, boo, and then in front of you, someone's dancing, saying,
No.
ha ha, ha ha.
Oh no, I screwed it up again.
On the left-hand side, you got someone saying, boo, and then in front of you, someone's dancing, saying, ha ha, ha ha, ha ha.
There we go. That's what we want right there. All right. I'm going to take a little screenshot. I'm going to save that for later. I'm going to put that one in our pocket. There we go. That's a screenshot we want to hold on to for later. Look at him. Look at it. Look at the look on his face. He likes what he sees. There's no question in my mind about it. That's why he was so uncomfy.
Ha! So you got man, boo, ha ha, ha ha. All around you like, what? No, I did content. This is important. I need to concentrate on this right now.
It's extremely important. You
That's what
can't. You
it
couldn't
feels
possibly
like.
figure out how to.
I mean, I could care less
how
what the
to
fridge is saying
do
to
your
me.
upgrades
Just shut the
after
fuck
sexy
up.
refrigerator stops.
Allow me to just sit here and concentrate on my game so I can learn a critical thing. This is the thing. You need to learn this system to upgrade for the rest of the game. If I fuck it up now and I don't know what I'm
I
doing,
don't know
might
if
dump
Phil
upgrade
doesn't
points
like
and
women
crafting
so
materials
much
into
as
something
he
that's
just
not worth
like.
it. I need
I've
to
heard the theory,
concentrate.
you know,
It's
that
like
that Cat's
the
got him
morons
by
who
the
made
balls.
this game, and yes, I hate to say it, whoever made this part of the game are morons.
I don't know.
You don't fuck around when you're trying to learn a
I
critical
don't
piece of
know.
the game. 'cause
I
you can
think
ruin
he's
the rest of the
fine
game
with
for the player.
women.
It's
My
moronic.
theory is
It's
just the
idiotic. It's like they
whole
never
like
played a game
Panda's the
before.
one that got away,
And it drove me nuts.
And
So
Cat
I
is just
muted all the
becoming
audio.
ever
And what's
more
hilarious is you're like, you see Phil's muting the audio
Rubenesque
because
in
he's
her
like
appearance. Since
sexual,
last
you
night
can't take it.
I
No,
mentioned
moron.
in the
You're
chat that
just-
she
you
was
could join
trying
the
to shape
moronic
herself like the
nature of the people who
refrigerator
made
and
this
get
part of the
caught some
game,
flack for it.
because you don't
So
understand. I'm just trying to
she's
learn the
trying to
game.
become more
Especially when I'm
Rubenesque,
doing it on
and
a
he's
live
not a
stream,
fan
and
of
this is
that.
gonna be a playthrough that's public. This isn't me
And so I
fucking
think
around
it's, you know, I
at
think
home for
he's just
myself,
kind of
and if I
like,
fuck
he
it up,
kind of
it's no
tries to
big
shut
deal.
him off,
If I
shut
don't
himself
learn
off from the
how
concept
this
of
stuff
sex because he
works,
knows he is not
how
going
the
to
hell am I
have sex
supposed to
with
play the rest of the
enjoys,
game?
anytime.
So I
in the
actually
near future.
muted the audio of the game and in my headphones just so I could
Or
sit there.
actually,
It's like,
probably
we're
even
gonna
more
sit here for
true
like
is
5
just
minutes,
that
we're
he's
gonna learn
fucking
the game. And I
human.
did.
That's
I upgraded
probably
my
more
shotgun
true.
a bit.
He's
I
fucking
upgraded. That's how I got the spin move on the axe and stuff like that. And after that, I was like, did they shut up now? So then I unmuted all the audio. Like, yes, they're all quiet. Thank God.
Yeah,
now we can
beautiful
play the
mess.
game.
Who
And
was
for the rest
talking
of the
about
stream, it was
that
fine.
theory that the
You know, it was
parents
just that one really
basically that was like
obnoxious
his
part.
bargaining chip to get
But
money
again, it
from
seems
them?
like whoever
That
the
that's
audio
probably the
director was
smartest
for the
theory
game
I've heard in
is
a while.
piss poor audio
Was that
director. They
Shinko
really
last
don't
night on
understand
Detractor Beam?
what
Maybe
makes a
Andrew
game
can
fun
confirm
or
that.
when to have those moments.
That
humor,
that was
or
a
whatever
really
you wanna
good
do.
theory. It's like,
I mean,
yeah,
honestly, it's
that
kinda
sounds right
disturbing.
to me.
There's a creature,
That sounds
a
right to
robot
me.
creature trying to kill you.
It's
and
not trying to
fucking
kill you,
dirty.
Phil.
Ugh.
Stop saying that. It
makes you
wasn't
feel
trying to
like-
kill
like
you.
Maybe that's what they were going for, like horror, right? They were going for a horror moment. To which I'm
No,
actually okay.
they were going for a
for
horror
that to be,
moment.
to be it's a horror moment.
It was not a
Christianity for
horror
me,
moment.
You know, but at the
She
same
was
time,
trying
to
to
have that
sex
be
you.
droning over a
She
critical
wanted. She
moment
was
where I'm
being
learning the
very
game from
clear
them,
and
right?
very overt in the things
So,
she was saying. At one point, she
I didn't
asked
check.
you
I
to
have no
put something
clue
into
who
her like
think
access
that's
port or
probably
something.
what
I
all the
remember
morons
it.
on the
I will
internet
never
talking about
forget it. It's
yesterday when
burned
comes
into
to,
my
Phil
memory.
couldn't take the
I
stupid
wouldn't give
sexual
two
fridge.
shits if
You know
I
what's
played the
funny?
game myself,
'Cause after
because
that part
you
when I
played it and
unmuted
made it so
everything,
fucking
somebody
weird.
commented
I'll
in the chat
remember it
and
on
they
my
were like,
deathbed.
Oh, so you ruined the game because you did this, that, and I was basically like, well, here's what you can do. If you want to live that moment for yourself, you could get Atomic Heart. You could replay that moment on loop on your own console, and then you can like lick her ice box, and you can shove her head into the fucking the dairy.
Yeah, I
section
think
of the fridge. Whatever
Beautiful
you wanna
Mess, like I
do,
said,
if that's your
I feel like
kink or
somebody
whatever,
had
go
shared
for it.
that
I mean,
idea. Maybe it
that's
was
fine
Snoop.
with you,
Somebody
go
had shared
for it,
that
but
idea
for
in
me,
Detractor Beam
I'm trying
last
to play
night.
a
I don't
fucking
remember,
game
but
and learn it.
it
So
was.
I
I thought it was a. I thought it was
I
a well thought out
couldn't do it. So,
Theo
you know,
theory.
there you go. Anyway, that was just kind of one of the notable things. And by the time that we finished the 2 hours of Atomic Heart, it seemed like everyone was of the impression we want more of this because it's such a
I do want
weird
to point
game,
out I hate all of you
right?
for showing up
So,
and making me
okay,
have fun.
good. I'll play more of it if that's what you
Because,
guys want.
I
Now here's the thing.
really
That was the
just
initial
want to
2
do a
hours.
test
Today
stream
we're
tonight
gonna
and
play
go
it
to
as the
sleep
major
so I can
stream
return to the
hours.
gym in the morning.
We're gonna
But I'm having a lot of fun,
judge
so we'll see.
if this ends up being something that we actually do a full playthrough of. After today's stream, we got to make that determination. Now, I don't know. I would say the atmosphere is good.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah,
And some
exactly,
core
Misguided.
elements
And
are
he
quite
made
good.
it fucking weirder.
But
He made it
right now, the
weirder.
dialogue and the audio is just
Turn around
kind
talking
of
about licking
intrusive
ice
and
boxes
messed
and
up.
shit. It's like,
And
dude,
the gameplay itself is kind of
you
wonky
make this
and does
complaint
not
and then
feel
you
polished
make
to
it
me.
weirder by saying
that will
even
change.
weirder shit than the game.
But for
did.
now, it just kind of feels feels like an older PC game where they're trying to throw a bunch of stuff at you, but none of it is really feeling.
Look at
fun.
him just staring at her.
See what I'm
he keeps
saying?
looking at her. Phil.
Well, let's see. Let's
Eyes
see what
up,
happens as we
buddy.
get further into the game. Let's
She's
see if it
a
ends up
she's a
being, better or
refrigerator
worse.
style
Today we'll
person.
make our
You
judgment.
can't just
All
stare
right.
at them like that.
Okay, so those are the 2 games I tried. You know, on Tuesday.
She's
And
a
then I told you
refrigeration
guys that on my day
American,
off I was
and
gonna
she
be
has
uploading a video,
feelings.
but I didn't really tell you what it was, and it was a hit. So what did I upload on my day off? So there's this video
Dance
that I've
a
been
little
working
bit.
on with someone for a
A
bit.
little
Actually,
dance. We're just gonna keep her right there. That's it.
Actually, this video, no exaggeration. What is that noise? Hold on.
Top tier content.
Hearing a humming noise. Do you guys hear it?
Mm-hmm. It's judgy.
Just like a very faint humming.
Or you're having a stroke. One or
Maybe
the
it's the bugs inside of my capture device. Remember, this capture device was donated, and the trolls have said that there's actually audio speakers in it.
No, I
capturing
assumed he
audio
meant the
from my office
cockroaches
and
living in his
broadcasting it
capture
out to
device.
people.
I'd buy that.
must be
I'd buy
ridiculous.
that. The
Yeah, it sounds
cockroaches
like,
have crawled in there for the heat
Like a
from the
very, very
electronics.
low pitch.
That makes perfect sense to me. Oh my God! Look at that!
I'm not sure. I don't know.
I couldn't have
Might as well
placed
just
that
start
more
playing it
perfectly.
over here. I
Oh,
don't
he
know.
leaned right
Low-
into
low
it and
pitch
shook
noise.
his little head.
It's.
I believe when back when
I
I
don't
was
hear
a
it when I turn my
teenager,
head
we used
here.
to call that a brumski.
I hear it more when I
Motor
turn my head here.
voting to the early 2000s crowd.
Anyway, you two have voices in your head, Swaggo Nito. I'm very sorry about that. Those of us who live with voices in our head, it's not a very good thing, is it? Anyway, so I uploaded a video yesterday during my day off, and it was an experiment. This is a video that actually I had in the works for over a month. Okay, and just
Yeah, I have sympathy
some
for anyone who puts
transparency
on
here.
weight.
This video, had
especially if
technical
it's
issues where for some odd
if
reason
it's spurred
it
on
kept
by stress
glitching
and discomfort at home.
and
That's
stuttering
that tends to be what
and having
causes
these
that.
weird ongoing
However,
issues where
I'm
every time
also
that I
not
was trying to
above
get
just
it so I
saying,
could upload
cat
it,
got
it would
fat.
corrupt or have a problem.
You know, you can
I don't
have
know what the
both
hell
at the
the
same
problem was with
time.
this video,
You
but
can have both at
after,
the same
like, a
time.
month of
It's
work,
okay. You don't have
it
to have
finally- it
a
finally got it to
hard
work.
stance on whether or
And
not chuckling
so
about somebody
it is
letting
live
themselves go
here
is
on the
okay
channel.
or
If you
not.
didn't see it,
You can be
is
sympathetic to them and
what
still
does
chuckle.
DSP do
But maybe that's coming
on
from
breaks,
somebody who used to be
correct?
really
Or is that
fat
how it's
and is
titled?
now
What's
not
the
really
actual title?
fat.
The actual title is, what does DSP do during breaks? No, where does DSP go during breaks? Excuse me. Where does DSP go
Is
during
there a
breaks?
shit joke incoming?
And essentially, it's a very short video, about a minute, but it's an Oblivion kind of reference parody.
Oh, okay. I thought he
Um,
was actually answering the question. I figured he was going to say
Give it a
something
look. See
stupid
what you
about
think.
taking a shit.
People seem to really like it. It's got more views, no exaggeration.
So this is one of
more
those just
views
talking about his
in
shorts.
24 hours.
We
than
went
any
from
of the
showing
playthrough
people the
videos that I did on
shorts
Tuesday.
in hopes that they would
So
watch
people
it
liked
again
enough that
off
they
the
watched it
stream
and watched
to
it
just
again,
fucking
and it's got,
describing them.
thousands of views. At this point, I think almost 4,000, right?
You know, did you see Ant-Man and the
That's
Wasp:
pretty crazy.
Quantumania?
Yeah, dude,
No,
that's
you haven't seen it yet?
5K.
Well, why don't I explain it to you?
That's a good
Why don't I
amount of
sit
views.
here and explain it to
For a
you?
little old video like
That's
that,
my
it's a
top
big
tier
deal, right?
content.
So obviously, I'm happy you guys liked it. If you guys, like that kind of thing, it was an experiment. I actually had to.
Obviously, you guys liked it if you liked that kind of thing. Yes, Phil. When people like something, they tend to like it. What the
So-
fuck does that even mean?
What I actually did, since it really stands out and it's not a part of any major playthrough or anything like that. What I actually did.
What is he doing? You fucking weirdo.
No, it's not. It's coming from over here.
I thought we were gonna cycle out this art, by the way. I'm already tired of this fucking art. He needs to cycle that shit out. He also needs to find an appropriate way to display it, not just leaning it on a table. Because, that Ninja Gaiden piece is hanging, like, 30% of it is hanging off the right of that table. And I just fucking want it to fall. Every day I watch it and I want it to fall.
It's something on my PC. It's probably like one of the fans or something. I'm just gonna ignore it now because I know what it is, and I'm not gonna hear it once I start with games anyway. Okay. So.
I don't know, Andrew. I'm not
Yeah,
sure
it was-
you
it
could
was a
ruin
fun
a
little
Dark Side
project.
Phil
I'm gonna
short.
leave
I
it
think a
as the
Dark
featured
Side
video
Phil
on
short
my channel
ruins
for a
itself
bit,
by
only
virtue
because
of existing.
Why not? It's not related to any particular playthrough. It can't really get outdated because it's kind of a one-off special video. So watch it and let me know what you think. In general, the feedback seems to be very positive, and you like little things like that. Maybe every once in a while. I
This
can do, like, a
fucking
little mini skit where
boardroom
it
shit.
really
He's
puts
sitting
mind
here
blends
having a
like that.
post-mortem analysis on a video that he dropped in the last
Cool.
24 hours.
All right,
Fuck
so
off.
that's the games aspect of what's been going on. Now let's talk about my day
Have
off
these
yesterday, a
thoughts
little
off
segment
stream.
here on the Level 1 podcast that I like to
Have
call
them, so maybe you'll get better.
Phil's Day Off.
Oh god, here we go. Okay, I at least got to get through the day off. I didn't hear anything about the day off.
So,
I got to get through this before I
I've
before
got
I head out
about
for the night.
I've got good and bad things, okay? By the way, Baby Man Gaming, that's completely false, and I'm banning you now. Seriously. What's hilarious is people like to say dumb shit. That's completely false. So, get the fuck out of here. Enjoy your permanent ban, you fucking dunce. There you go, you deserve it.
Damn, I really wish I had his chat here.
He's a blatant liar, so he can go
I want
fuck
to see what
himself.
Baby Man Gaming did.
So, on my day off yesterday, what did I do? Well, last week I had a full day out with my wife. This week we decided to stay home, but I still had errands and things that I had to run.
Hang on a second. Last week we had a full
very
day out
standard
with the wife.
things.
Is that true? Is that true? Wasn't last week? Let me think about this. Wasn't last week one of the many weeks where they just like Cat just sat at home and played Skyrim while he did shit? Or are all my weeks blending together? Look at that. That's a great still frame too. Oh my god. Hang on one fucking second. Oh, you guys. Holy shit, this is the one. We're saving this one too. God damn it, unlock so I can move you. All right. Right now in the chat, first thing that I see, is he staring at her eyes or is he staring at her chest? Which one's he looking at? I'm saving it and it's going on Twitter, but I need your help. Where's he looking? Hey, the Sid, welcome. Good to see you. Daikin Aurora, good to see you. Where is he looking? Help me. Alright, Indrid Cold with the boobs. My girl Indrid, best girl in the Vortex. Right there. Boom. Let's make sure it's nice and clean. We saving it. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's do this. We gotta add one more little bit of extra sauce. Why is this not drawing? You son of a bitch. There we go. Okay. I gotta get right over his eyes. God, I hate this. This reminds me of back in the day when you couldn't draw on the screen. Before Cintiqs. There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Does anyone feel like I've wasted their time yet? Do you hate me yet? Because you probably should. You probably should. Alright. Good times. I love it. Save for later.
That I had to do. In particular, here's how the day started. So I wake up in the morning, and here's how we start our day, basically. We wake up, and, you know...
It was a sale on lean
lean
cuisines?
and
Nobody's
my
buying
wife
those in
likes to
Phil's
put some
house. Good man.
peanuts in a
Good
little
man.
bowl that we put out back, and we have
Maybe
all kinds
hefty
of little creatures that
cuisines.
come by to munch on some peanuts in the morning. We got little squirrels that come by, tons of different kinds of birds that we've seen.
Birds?
And incidentally, there's actually a cat, a stray
there's just
cat
so much
that's
fucking
been coming by the yard
fat
just for like a minute at a
filth
time,
in
and it's
those
very
lips.
afraid. It
You
doesn't
can't
like
open them
humans.
well enough.
So it
Words
has no
have to
collar
like
or nothing.
hiss
It's
their
very
way
afraid of humans,
through.
So if it sees us, it runs. But it was neat to see all these, every morning we put out a little bit of peanuts, and they come by for, 15, 20 minutes, and you get to see some nice wildlife. And Jasper loves it.
Jasper
Because
loves
then if the
it.
wildlife comes by, he gets to be there at the back door. He's like going crazy, he gets to see and interact with the wildlife, and he loves it. What's funny is at first,
Can you
the
picture?
wildlife
Can you
were very
picture
afraid
Phil and
of
Kat standing at the
Jasper,
back door,
but now they know
tossing
he's
peanuts out the
go
back
outside.
out
They're
of
not
a
afraid of him anymore.
dirty
He can go right up, they'll
bowl?
eat the peanuts or whatever. It's very cute. But yesterday,
It's begging squirrels to come by,
downstairs,
to
and
come
I'm
by
actually
their
down using the
fucking
bathroom.
shitty house
my wife
and
goes
eat some of their
downstairs, she puts out
peanuts.
our usual
Oh
bowl of
God,
peanuts or whatever.
I don't know why that's so
And
funny to me,
I
because
go
it's
into
not
the
that
kitchen, I start
funny,
making
but
my
it's
coffee,
funny to
and
me
I
right
walk to
now.
the back, I say, uh-oh, what's that? I look down,
Oh,
ladies
fuck.
and gentlemen, I'm not kidding you.
A paper bowl
Ready
filled
for
with
this?
peanuts, and they're just sprinkling them out the back.
Ants!
Ants! We got ants. Ants are back.
Fucking ants! It's February. There's ants coming into the house.
There shouldn't be. You have a problem
I was
if there's
very
ants in the
upset.
house in February.
I was
sir.
like, what the
They should
fuck?
already
I
be
mean, We got
dormant.
rid of these last year. We had them for weeks and weeks. It was like a month and a half. These fucking ants wouldn't stop coming in our house. And so the last thing I wanted was the ants to return and think that this house is a place where they could get food. Now there's already kind of some good news. So last year I bought these ant traps.
So I want to point out something real quick. Because my knee-jerk reaction is to say I got sympathy for this guy. I'm not going to lie. I'm gonna say that I got sympathy for this guy when it comes to ants. Because my neighborhood that I live in is absolutely infested with ants. It's one of the things we moved in. Everyone told us sooner or later you're going to have an ant problem. One of the first problems I had to deal with after we purchased this house was a pretty massive ant infestation because the house had sat dormant for like 8 months. And I dealt with it, took care of it. But then we had another really bad one, probably like 7-8 months ago. But here's why I haven't got sympathy for this piece of shit. Because our ants came back for a reason. Because it was starting to get cold. And they're always looking for a place when it's starting to get cold. But what's more, I remember, and it was horrifying. I'm going to tell the story, but it's fucking horrifying. So my dog's food bowl, my dog would not eat its food. And I walk over to its food bowl, and I lift up the bowl to check why the dog won't eat it. And as soon as I pick it up, just ants come shooting out from underneath all the food. Creep me the fuck out. Like, I went nuts. I'm like, what is going on? And of course, once they're out, they're all over the place. And I was like, what are we doing wrong? Like, we keep the house clean. How the hell are all these ants here? And I spent days. I'm fighting these ants. I got all these poisons and stuff out. I'm trying to take care of these ants. And I'm looking at my wife and I'm like, God, we're dirty people. Like, how did we end up like this? This is fucking horrible. Like, we need to rethink the way we live. All this bullshit. And then one day, for some reason, I got to get in my daughter's book bag for school. And I open this fucking bag. And this wonderful child, this beautiful fruit of my loins, this creature born of my flesh, to use the parlance of our Lord Pigroche, had purchased an ice cream at school during snack time, but realizing she did not have time to eat said ice cream, she put the ice cream in her backpack, thinking that it would keep because she is the sweetest little girl in the world. So she put this ice cream in her backpack. And it turns out the ice cream backpack scenario had played out roughly 4 days prior when I questioned her about it. So she brought this entire army of ants into our house that didn't really start to manifest until I had left some like fresh protein out for the dog to eat. And you know, I was relieved because I realized we weren't filthy, horrendous human beings. That my child had just made a mistake, so that felt really good. But that being said, shout out. That's why I have no sympathy with this asshole, because I want to hear the excuse. I want to hear why they're here, other than they're just here. Because if they're just here and you don't have a very good reason for it, then you're a dirty motherfucker.
Traps. Now the way ant traps work is they have ant bait poison in them. And
Yeah, it's
basically
poison,
like a
asshole.
clear gel. And I think the clear gel apparently has like sugar or something in it that's attractive to
Yes,
the
it
ant,
attracts them.
but it's also got bug poison in it. So we had these in the house, and one of them, the one incidentally at the back door.
I'm telling you, unless
had
he's got a good excuse,
onto the
Indrid, he's a
floor.
filthy motherfucker.
Now we had tried to clean
period.
it, but it's very sticky, gooey shit, and I didn't get solvent or whatever. So we just kind of left it there. We're like, a little bit on the floor, whatever. It's not a big deal.
A little bit on the
It's just
floor.
sitting right there on the edge of the back door.
And then Jasper
So,
licked it and
hey,
died.
if anything ever tries to come in, they're gonna go right for that.
Well,
and
yeah,
that's the
well,
poison
you
anyway,
look misguided.
right?
You
The good
can't
news is,
expect
no,
these
thankfully,
kids to know how
Jasper
ant traps
doesn't
work. They never
want
had to
it. He's
deal
not
with
going
it.
for it or anything.
You know?
Cats, by the way, don't like sweet. If you don't know that, cats do not like sweet.
8
They
to
can't taste
15-year-olds
the
don't
flavor of
understand how
sweet.
any of this
They
works.
can only taste salty or savory. So to him, that's nothing. He's like,
Wait,
"You know what that
salty
is."
or
He just
savory? Are we
don't
about to get a
touch it.
review? Are we about to get a DSP Drysit
we
ant
just left it there.
poison? That'd be
And
great.
I'm looking down. I got ants that had come into the house, and they all went for
I
this
picked up
gooey,
Raid,
sticky pile of
this special new
leftover
flavor from
bait,
Raid.
poison, whatever you want to call it, and they're basically eating it. And I was like,
Mm.
ooh, well, this is actually fortuitous, because if that had not been there, those ants
I
might have
wish he
snuck
would
in,
try
and what
a
they
new
did
flavor
last
from
year,
Raid.
they would go immediately from the back door to the what do they call that? The woodwork at the bottom of your wall. I forget what it's called. The not the paneling, not the awning. What is that called? That
The awning.
the wood, the piece of wood you put at the bottom of your wall. I can't remember. It has a name for it, okay? Is it a baseboard, a footboard, whatever you want to call it? So they would go under there. Now you can't see them because they're under the baseboard. You can't see them at all. And they would go all the way around the dining room. And then at one point, randomly, they would just jump out. And now you'd have ants all over the house.
Oh, see, I'm an
okay?
idiot. I
They would
just
use
realized that is his
baseboard as a way
stream.
to
That's
protect
been his stream
themselves
scroll
from
the
being
entire
seen
time.
into
For
the
some
house, and
reason,
they
I thought that was,
attack, basically,
or
all
sorry,
over
his
the food.
chat. I thought that was
And if
that was Raw's
poison
chat.
had not
Well,
been
I'm an
there
idiot.
at the back
See,
door,
so everything
likely
I
they would've went all
say
through
in
the
this
house,
entire
but
stream has
thank
been
God
debunked because I
the
made
poison
one
was
mistake, so I'm
so they're all
debunked.
eating it. I was
We
like,
won
"Ha,
this whole
we
stream,
got them."
started
So I
over. We
ended up
got to do
squishing
it
a
again.
bunch
We
of
got to
them.
erase the whole thing.
Maybe
We
some of them
can't
got
let
it
our
and left and
mistakes
went
out.
back to the colony.
Otherwise,
I don't know
Phil
if
will
they
find
did. That's
them.
the whole point. You're trying to kill off the colony.
And it'll be the next. Did
and
you
we kept
know
looking at it
that
all
they
day.
once
I said
thought that
probably
they had
for
an
another 2 hours, every
escort
once in a
coming
while,
to
we saw a
see
couple ants
me,
that
and
got
that's
rid of
why
them.
everything they say is untrue?
But then it stopped. So the good news is, after a couple hours of keeping our eye on it, it looked like it was only a very few little bit of ants had come in, and we had put an end to it
Injured, I
right
don't think
away.
he puts that
so I
much
already had
forethought
ant
in
spray
any of
from
this. I
last
think he
year,
just talks.
and I sprayed the whole back step
Yes,
of our,
yeah,
you know, that
yeah.
leads up
Complains
to our
about
back
allergies,
door.
but he's got mold growing in
And
his house. It's
Then,
fucking-
when
God
I
damn
was
it.
out,
He is
I
highly
bought ant
regarded, is he not?
traps. And I put more. I put one just outside the door, and I put one just inside the door. So now if these guys come, and they're hungry, which is the reason they're coming, they're gonna go right for those traps, get the food, and we should put the kibosh on this shit right away this year. No more.
Yeah, you don't
month and a
leave the
half
goop
infested
as he
with
put it
goddamn
on the
ants
floor.
and
You don't
last-
do that.
That
It
was
has a
a nightmare.
container that you crack
Constantly
open
more
with a
ants
very
coming into
small
the house.
opening so that
And it was
ants
like
can
every
get
time
in,
we
but
got
other
rid of
things
more
can't.
ants,
You're just
more
supposed to
ants.
crack
What
it
the
open and
fuck
set
is
it in
this?
place
Fucking
off
ants.
to the side where nothing
I mean,
can
the
get
only
into
way
it.
that
So,
we
so if he
100%
spilled
got
it on
rid
the
of last
floor
year
and
was
didn't
I was
clean it up, he's
constantly,
already a
like, for
fucking
week or 2
complete
weeks, I was
idiot.
spraying the ant spray on the
But
back,
what else is
the
in
back
it?
step, and then the landscapers came by, for like early,
Oh,
like between
beautiful
spring
mess.
and
Look,
summer,
I
like
guarantee
that
it.
time.
I
They did a
guarantee
thorough
they are the type of
landscaping our
people that
yards,
think
and
that
when
they're
they
living
did, I
really
think they
clean,
might have disturbed
but they're
where
not
the
living
ant
clean
was they were
whatsoever.
coming from,
I have
and
an
that was
older
the end of it.
brother
We never saw
who
it
is
again
like
for the
that.
entire
I
year
love
up
him,
until
but he
now.
is like that.
So
I
got a hope
remember
for the best.
my wife and I
And I
going
got
to visit
traps
him in
already
his
out. I
house
think we're
once,
okay.
and we walked
'Cause
in.
now we got it, but early. We caught it as
He
soon as it
and
happened. We
his
caught it.
family were off doing
We already
something,
had the thing
and
in
we
place.
walked in, and we had about an hour. They
hopefully
let
this
us
will
in
not
basically when
become
we
an issue.
arrived to stay with them,
Can't have
and
ants.
I
I'm
called
tired of
my
this shit.
parents and I
Last year was a
said,
nightmare. We don't want that
"Holy
back. I
shit,
hate
you
having
visited
fucking
here
bugs
before
like
he
that. House is
lives
gross.
like this?"
Okay.
Yes.
So,
and
we
he
got
thinks
that
this is
done.
clean. Yes, he does.
know, I
He
went out and
believes it
about
because
doing my
I
normal
think he had
stuff,
his
pet
wife had
store
said she had
to
cleaned the
do,
house earlier that day
grocery
to
store,
prepare for
picking
our
up
arrival,
for
and I
meals
got
for this
there
week and stuff
and
like
I didn't
that.
want to sit on
Nothing too
anything.
overly
There are
special.
people like that. I
I
love
had
my
to go
brother
pick
to
up a
death.
medication for my wife,
But this is
which
a real
stupid
thing that happened. There
because
are people that they
with
just
certain
everybody has a different
medical
opinion of
insurance,
clean.
okay?
I guess is what
you
I'm
can
getting
actually
at.
have you can have 3 options. You can either pick up your medication from the store, which is a hassle to have to drive to the store to pick it
Yes,
up.
Cat was technically an
can
escort of sorts because he was
have it
paying
shipped
shitloads
to
of
your
money to fly her
house.
across country.
Or
and if he was
depending on the
lucky,
medication,
maybe she
you
was
can actually
touching
have
his
someone
penis.
deliver
Maybe.
it. Okay.
I don't buy it,
And
but
sometimes
maybe.
if my wife doesn't have time, or maybe she forgot to reorder it right away, she'll say, "I'll just have someone deliver it. It's fine. It's covered under your health insurance."
Fuck yeah,
So,
just have somebody
this
deliver. Don't
works
go out and do
about
anything for yourself. That's for fucking poor
95%
people.
of the time. But just like with these other food delivery services, right? Every once in a while you get a dunce who can't read. And I hate to say it, that's the problem with this whole gig economy.
Christ.
You'll have people who are completely competent. They know what they're doing. They're great workers. They do their job above and beyond. And they absolutely are outstanding.
No,
and
we
you
got
wanna
some
get
lip
them again,
licking
and you
going on,
can't.
too.
Because in the gig economy, you just get whoever's delivering whatever. So in this case, my wife had needed a medication. She was about to run out of it. And it was supposed to arrive yesterday. And the thing never showed up. And then she looks at the tracking and it says, "Oh, person couldn't figure out how to deliver it and returned it back to the pharmacy."
This happens constantly when things are delivered to your
There's
house, you
literally
smug prick.
step-by-step
Can you
instructions
imagine? Can you just think for
printed
maybe a second
on
that
the thing
maybe
upon its
there's just
delivery.
something wrong with the way your fucking
Here's how you
housing
access
development is
your
laid
vehicle
out?
all the way in the back.
If it keeps
person who
happening,
can't read.
the constant
they're
is
being a
the
delivery
place
job,
you live.
And they can't read.
Think about it. No,
you
instead,
can't
let's just have an
read,
extreme
don't
lack
take
of
a
sympathy
job where
for
you have to read.
anyone
This is the
who
problem is I get the
has to
feeling a
do
lot of
any other
people
job
think,
other
this
than
is just
sitting
a
on your
gig where I
fat
just
ass
take it,
playing video
and
games
all I
all
do is I
day.
press go on GPS and I just follow the GPS. That's my job. It's not. You need to have intelligence. You can't just do that job without.
You need to have
understanding there might be
intelligence
some
like Dark Side Phil.
circumstances. What if there's a rerouting? I don't understand what that means. What's a rerouting, right? It's like
Oh, Logan
see?
K. The fucking one of the things like one of my favorite Philisms is when he makes
This
up
is
these
really funny.
entire tales in his head. Like
that
a lot of
people think that they
people
can take a
make the
job because
mistake
they
of
don't
assuming
understand
things about
English,
people they've
essentially.
never
That's what
met.
it
Say
is.
this is a person's
They
a
don't
fucking
understand
idiot,
English,
or
and
you
they
know,
don't,
people
I've had times, I
misinterpret
told you, I've
mistakes other
ordered
people
food
make all the
before.
time, especially
They
like when they're
deliver
driving. Right, you're driving on the
community
highway,
over,
somebody does
and they
something
say they
stupid. You don't know
deliver.
why they
I
did what
had
they
one
did,
time
but you just
where
assume
the
the worst,
guy
right?
was next next
But
door
Phil actually takes
in
the
an
time
apartment
to
complex.
make up stories. He like
And
starts
he's trying to
like
call me.
spinning
But
yarns
I'm
about.
texting him, like,
Well,
here's
well,
what you gotta
then
do,
the
go here,
delivery
here.
guy
No, I am
probably
in your
stole
complex.
my
Come
toilet
outside
seat to
right
give
now
to
and
his
get your
son
food. And I
because
was
his
like,
son really
"You're not
wanted
in
a
my
toilet
complex.
seat for
There's a
Christmas
GPS
this year, and he
attached to
saw
your
that I
service.
had
I
a
can see where
toilet
you
seat,
are.
so
You're
he
next door.
stole
All you
it
gotta
from
do,
me.
you go out to the main road, You take a right, you come back, you'll be at the front gate. No, come out right now. He's like yelling at me. Like I did something wrong because the guy can't understand.
Hey, they moved the cherry juice, Sid. Fuck you. They moved it. It was supposed to be on an end cap, and they moved it. Fuck you.
That, you know, the freaking, there was a delivery that somehow someone claims they couldn't get access. This reminds me of, remember, the FedEx delivery of trying to get this capture device delivered.
Holy shit, we're onto the
there was
FedEx
no
guy. Yeah,
access
fuck
to the
FedEx.
person's home. Except that we were sitting at home all day. How is there no access? All you had to do was contact us. You had our phone number and everything. So what are you talking about? Just laziness. So
Just lazy.
I had to drive to the pharmacy.
Imagine Darkside
Not that
Phil
it was a big
calling you
deal,
lazy. God
but it was
damn.
funny because when I get to the pharmacy,
When he gets like this,
you know, I
this
say,
is when I
"So
actually
is it
do
bad
want to
here?
kick his
Here's my wife's
ass.
med
I'm
number."
just
And they
gonna
go,
level
they
you.
say, "Oh,
This
we
is
don't
when
have
he
it." I
gets
was
me
like,
heated
"Okay,
enough
hold on."
to want to
They
fucking beat
tried
his
to
face
deliver it
in.
yesterday, and they said they didn't deliver. They couldn't deliver it.
Otherwise,
And
I
it was
just
like,
I can
"Oh,
sit
wait
back
a
and
minute."
laugh.
And they
When he
went
gets
and
like
picked it
this,
up,
when
and
he
here it
has
is.
fucking no,
Here it is.
just
The bag is
absolutely
in-
no sympathy
literally
for other human beings
printed on
in
a
any way,
piece of
shape, or
paper.
form, that no
Big ass
understanding when he does
eligible
none
or
of
legible
like
letters.
he doesn't even come
Here's
close to doing any
exactly
of the
how
shit
you
these people
deliver it.
do on
It
a
tells
daily
you
basis.
where to go,
I
what
want
do
to
step
just
by step.
I
It's
want to
like
fucking
lined up.
pound
My wife
him
had typed out the
until
instructions
like
for
those
anyone
fucking snort sacks
who needs to
are
deliver
on the
something
back
to
of
our
his
home
fucking
how to
scalp.
do it, and the guy just couldn't read it. So he delivered it all undeliverable. Anyway, so I
Fucking
had to do
idiot,
that on my
dude.
day off. What else did I do? Nothing too special. However,
Get to the
my
end of this
foot is
shit, because I got
killing
something else I want to do
and
before
I
I
don't
get
know.
off, asshole.
I mean, I'll be honest with you guys. You know, I have gout. This is something that's been an
Oh,
ongoing
God
problem
damn
ever since
it.
2015.
I was gonna get off, but now he's gonna talk about fucking gout.
And
Oh, we're
I don't
here.
know if
No,
my
we're
left
here.
foot has it
We're
right
tuned
now or
in.
not, because this is not what it's been like previously. And
Is-
I'm a little
is-
nervous
does
that
he have
maybe I
gout
hurt my
again,
foot or
guys?
something. So,
Did anyone see this
for those
earlier?
who don't know what gout is, I have a
For those of you who
acidic
don't
chemical
know,
imbalance in my blood. All right. If I eat
Christ.
too much of red meat or just meats in general
Jesus
that are
Christ.
low acid, if I
Forget
eat
it,
too many
Logan
fatty
K, we're on
foods,
to gout
like if
now.
I
We're on to
pig
gout.
out and I'm eating a lot
Fuck
of,
you.
greasy burgers
Rewind
or
the stream.
pizza or shit like that. If I go on a drinking binge,
Oh, you
if I
mean
go on a
like drinking an
bender
entire
and I
bottle
just
of
keep drinking
whale
nonstop,
tail?
Okay, all these things.
I
could
don't
be
know what
factors
you would have done
that make me
recently to
have a
get the gout
bad
back, idiot.
flare up in my acid levels in my body. Now, if this happens, typically what would happen is in the ball of my foot, not the ball of my foot.
I should have known his gout was
Okay, you
getting
know where your
crazy. I've
big
been seeing
toe
gout crystals
connects to your
everywhere.
foot?
There's
How
been
it's kinda
gout
like a big
crystals on
swollen
streams
joint there.
lately.
It is,
Certain
it's a big
streams
joint
that
for
I
everyone's
frequent,
foot,
there's
right?
been a lot of gout
that
crystals.
joint where the big toe connects to the main part of your foot, typically, I get a buildup of acid. It's acidic crystals. That
How
will
many
build up
fucking
in that
times
joint.
have you
And what
described
ends up happening
this?
is
It's
the
the
joint
same
swells up
15
huge,
dents,
and it's
dude. They know this.
excruciatingly painful.
They're
Now,
aware.
My whole foot will discolor. It'll swell up, and you'll be able to see. It's inflamed,
Acid.
It's
Yes,
red. It's
acid.
painful. Okay.
This-
That's what usually
this
happens when
stream
I get a
kicks
gout flare-up.
acid.
Now I haven't had a serious gout flare up in many years.
You're
because I
goddamn
made
right,
adjustments to my
Dyken Aurora, the king's
lifestyle
disease
that I
for
don't
sure,
have it
dude.
anymore.
The king of what? We don't
I
ask
drink
that.
tart cherry juice literally every day. I got a big ass glass of it that I drink, and it's been known to reduce acid levels in the body, or at least level acid levels in the body. I've dramatically cut back on my intake of red meat,
Yup.
pork, and that kind of stuff. Okay.
Whatever you say, Philip.
I don't drink nearly as much. If I drink, it's every once in a while. I used to be like a non-stop drinking alcoholic, and that's been long gone. I
You
don't
used to
do
be
that
a
anymore.
non-stop drinking alcoholic, y'all.
You know,
but
and
not
same thing with
anymore.
fatty foods. Do I eat them? Of course I do, but I don't eat them all the time. You know, whenever we're eating at home, essentially we're eating home-cooked meals that are decent for you. You know, definitely not the healthiest, but it's also not horrible for you. It's kind of, you know, at least sometimes healthy, sometimes not. You know, but anyway. It's annoying because this is an issue that will never completely go away for me. It's something that
Gout
could
for
periodically
life.
come
Gout
back
bros
and
for
then go away and
life.
come back again.
You and
anyway,
you and the quarter pounder,
A little
baby.
over a week ago, my foot started to hurt, my left foot, but it didn't feel like a gout flare up. It was like the top of my foot, and if you touch it, you can feel it's like the muscle on the top of my foot and up through the core of my foot, going into my ankle, is what really hurts badly. And what's funny is right now I'm just sitting here with my foot elevated, and it doesn't really hurt that much, maybe a little bit if I really try to stretch the foot. But when I step on it, oh, because that's when all the pressure goes on your foot, and that's when it's going to get strained in that muscle. And it's like,
Man, he's
it hurts
explaining
bad.
this in an insane
And
amount of detail.
It's been on and off like a week
Yeah,
ago. it was
I used to
hurting.
be an alcoholic.
And
And
then
it's
within a few days it
fantastic.
went
That's
away.
everything
So I
about
was
that
like,
is
okay,
great.
maybe
It's just
you know,
pure.
I just muscle. I just had an issue.
It's
so all
pure
of a sudden,
regardation.
Tuesday, as I'm streaming, it starts to hurt again. And
Oh,
I'm
did the
like,
crystals
what is
migrate?
going
Did I
on?
miss it
So
midlife?
Yesterday,
Shit.
I had to go out and do all these errands and stuff. And by the time the day was over, my foot's throbbing. And I went to sleep. I woke up today, it's still throbbing. I actually took in a leave this morning to try to help it, and I think it is starting to help a little bit. But man, this sucks. Like,
But
I
you
don't know
need
what
to
it is,
chug
and
a
I
big
hope that I haven't
ass
seriously
glass
hurt
of
my
cherry
foot.
juice. We
I'm
talked
not a
about
super
this,
physical
dude.
guy or whatever, but that would really suck. You know, now I've got a whole week here where I'm streaming, so it's not going to be a giant deal. I mean, I hobble around the house, but I just hope it's not a big deal. You know, I'm literally staring at my foot. There's no visible swelling.
Yeah, that's the
There's
most
no
fucked up thing, Logan
discoloration.
K. He
Like,
could
it's
actually
nothing like
improve his
without
stream a
it
lot
that I've
by
ever
just accepting
experienced.
that he doesn't
Yet
need
when
to
I step
fill
on the
this
foot, it
amount of
hurts.
time. It's kind of like his beloved wrestling when
Is it
Monday
is
Night
it
Raw
a-
went to
a
3
torn
hours. Yes, I
tendon?
used to be a
Is it,
wrestling fan.
I have no clue.
And
I really
now
don't
they
know
just have to
what
fill
this could
3
be.
hours every week, whether
So-
they have good TV or not. That's dark side.
Hope for the best, right? Hope for the best and hope that it's not an ongoing thing. Anyway, so after I'd gotten home from all of my errands and all of that, we ordered out.
Shit, Daygler, are you having a
food.
Derek moment?
I
Is
got
this
butter
is
chicken,
this
my wife got
is this personal
salad,
knowledge or is this
some
Wikipedia?
naan bread, absolutely delicious.
I'll know if you're having a
Very
Derek
spicy.
moment if you post it 2
And
more
then we
times.
watched 2 hours of someone playing Dead Space remake, and they're almost done. Basically, one more like 2-hour segment, and they're gonna finish the game. So we're right at the tail end, and I'm actually excited to see how she reacts to the end of the game because Kat has never seen the end of Dead Space 1.
Oh
It was a
shit!
twist ending
I'm
that's
excited,
exciting.
dude.
So I'm actually very interested.
It's
To see
okay.
how
We
she's
don't like
gonna
to admit
react
it, but
to
we
it
all
for the
have
very
Derek
first
moments. We
time.
all have DSP
She's
moments. We
never
all have
seen
Derek
it.
moments.
And then we actually watched like another hour or two.
The
of
important thing is to
someone
not
playing
be
Hogwarts
Derek
Legacy.
all the time.
Um,
You got to be
that
able
was
to
our day
put your Derek
yesterday.
back
Nothing
in the
too-
closet.
one notable thing. My wife. Well, okay, it's notable. It's kind of sad. All right.
Stop talking about her. You don't want us to talk about her, so
let's
stop
hold on.
fucking talking about her so much.
We have this here.
Just stop. If you didn't talk about her so much, we wouldn't focus on her so much.
Not on this one. Hold on. I think
Look
this
at
is
those fucking snort sacks, brothers and sisters. This is actually what inspired me to get the green screen doodler, my guys and ghouls. Look at this. Hang on, I gotta find a quicker way to transition through all this stuff. I'm such a Derek when it comes to this. But look at this. Look at that right there. Hell, hang on. Oh, I have a guest. Give me a second. Enjoy this for a little bit. Apologies for the dead air. I got a visit from one of the kids. I'm gonna make you guys suffer this story. I'll be right back.
Not on this one. Hold on. I think this is it. My wife. Okay, this. Listen to this. All right. Put away all the winter and Christmas decorations. It's truly a sad day in the Burnell household when all the nice winter wonderland and Christmas-like decorations go away. I'm very sad about this. I'm upset, and I have to wait till like November again to see them. She put out more generic, like springtime decorations. You know, we have a few fake flowers and little fake ferns and things that we've accumulated over the years that she puts out. And she actually put away, because we have a lot of candles that are like wintry themed. Those went away. And we put out the more generic, just white, electric candles. And I'm very sad. Let me tell you guys something. You guys know what a big fan I am of the holiday season. And for some people, the holiday season is just like Thanksgiving to Christmas. But for me, it really is it's an ongoing thing. It's a state of mind. Remember, Christmas can live in your heart, all year long. And I like having that spirit of festiveness and giving. And when the Christmas decorations finally go away, it's kind of a very sad thing where it's like, really? Now we can't sing Jingle Bells and we can't, stand around the Yule log drinking hot cocoa and having visions of sugar plums dancing in our heads anymore?
All right, I'm back. What'd I miss?
No. Anyway, no, it's funny because I was out doing all the errands, and I came home and my wife had been redecorating the house, and I was like, oh, really? No, actually, I'm happy. I'm happy because spring. I like spring. The problem with spring is the pollen.
How did we
If it
get
wasn't
on
for the
this?
pollen,
What the
spring a
fuck?
lot. The problem is springtime. There's always pollen, and I get allergies. So what we're gonna do is likely in the next couple of weeks, as it starts to warm up, because temperatures likely will start warming up sometime in March.
All right, you know what?
Here in
I'm over
Washington
this.
State,
It's getting
we're
too
gonna
late,
go
and I
get
gotta start getting
air
ready to go to
filters
bed soon.
for
So before
our-
we do,
our
there's a couple
furnace.
other things I
What
want
we
to
do is
do,
we don't
but
put
I'm done with
heat
this
on in
asshole.
spring. We have-
Yeah, you're done. Get out of here. Get him out of here. Don't give him his jacket. We're gonna leave him on there with his girlfriend, the refrigerator. But there is something else. There is something else that I want to go over because it might be one of my favorite things I have ever done in the Vortex. So I want to share it with you guys because I had so much fun doing it, and I'm sure a lot of you have already seen it. But that doesn't change how much I love it. So let's switch over here real quick to right here. We're going to take a look at this wonderful letter from Yale University. Get out of here. Get out of here, dirty refrigerator. You're in the way. Wait, what just happened here? Why is this so weird? Do I need to just make this full screen? Is that why? There we go. Professional streaming, baby. I'm still figuring all this stuff out. So we're gonna have a nice dramatic reading before we go to bed. We're gonna have a dramatic reading of the Yale University admissions letter. Like I said, for those wrestling fans in the audience, the kayfabe reason for this happening is that my boy Agent Proper, who actually didn't have anything to do with this. I don't want to put this on him, but I'm pretending that he put the Kiwis on finding this for me, and then he chose me to release this into the world. So here we go. From the desk of the Yale Undergraduate Admissions Department, April 10th, in the year of our Lord, 2000. Address to Philip Paul Burnell, to that shithole, Bridgeport, Connecticut, 06601. Dear Philip, the Yale Admissions Committee has completed its evaluation of this year's candidates, and I am genuinely sorry that we are not able to offer you a place in the class of 2004. I realize that this decision may come as a real disappointment. I hope you will understand that the decision reflects the extraordinary range of talents represented in our applicant pool. Oh, I can't read, I shouldn't be doing this. And not a judgment about your own abilities or potential. Of course not. Of the nearly 31,000 individuals who applied to Yale this year, most are fully capable of doing outstanding work and making a unique contribution to a campus community. It is painful to us that we must turn away so many superbly talented students. You may be tempted to ask, what was lacking in your application? In truth, it's usually difficult for us to point to obvious weaknesses when so many applicants have demonstrated real achievement and potential for the future. Our decisions say far more about the small number of spaces available and the difficult choices we make than they do about the candidate's personal and academic promise. However, just being honest, the real issue is that you are not rich, you do not know anyone at our university, and, most importantly, you are not a minority sports style person. You know the type. Sincerely, redacted, Dean of Undergraduate Admissions. So, I love this because obviously Phil had to have gotten a letter like this at some point, and I sincerely hope that at some point somehow this crosses his bow, because it would fucking just kill me to know that he saw this. But the other thing I want to point out that I don't think actually got I don't think enough of a spotlight got shown on this. It might have been like the most casual of casual racism that we've gotten from Darkside Phil thus far, and it was the way in that video when he was complaining about why he didn't get into Yale. He kept bringing up athletes and minorities, and he kept bringing them up together. It was always a minority sports player. Always it was never someone who was good at sports or an athlete or a sports player, which was the terminology he was using, and it was never just a minority. He always referred to it as a minority sports player. There's something in that guy's head that connects those two things and will not let him separate those two. And it drove me nuts. I'm like, why are more people not bringing this up? Because it's super duper casual racism, and I loved it. A big part of the reason that I wanted to make this thing. This was a hell of a lot of fun, and I thoroughly enjoyed shitting it out into the world. Yeah. So I guess that's probably it. I feel like there was something else I wanted to do, but I'll be goddamned if I know what it was, because I'm old. I'm losing my memory. You know what? Let's scroll her real quick. Let's see if anybody else. Oh, there we go. Big ups, Injured and Snood. Thanks for that. That's fun. Don't click any links for me or anyone else. Yeah, I could have guessed that. So you clicked on something from Sophie. I heard Sophie had a problem, and you clicked on Sophie's link, so good job. Very good. I don't know why you do that, but I love you nonetheless. God damn it, proper. That's it. I don't want to scroll anymore. Cat and ivermectin is best. That's the best. God damn it, proper. Oh, you absolute fucking just beast of a human being. I love Proper so much, and I miss his streams. Okay. I do have to get out of here. I got to get ready for bed. So what I'm going to do, for those of you who came to hang out with me and were not here at the beginning of the stream, I'm going to run it back for you. I'm going to run it back, and I'm going to hit you with the intro, the new intro to the stream, one more time, so we can all have a little bit of a laugh and see how horrendous my voice is outside the context of buttery smooth microphone talking. So first things first, we gotta come out of the theater. That's pretty loud, huh? All right, prepare your ears. Here it comes.
In the not too distant past, 2008 AD, there was a guy named Phil, pretty different from you or me. He was employed at a helicopter support place, not doing much work, yet a certified ace. Phil's boss called him in around half-past noon, and then he fired him on the spot, but Pickruff knew just what to do.
They mistreated me completely.
I'll produce content for YouTube, the worst ever made. The dents will sit and watch it all until all my bills are paid. Now keep in mind, Phil can't control when his begging begins or ends. He never learned that special skill because he has no friends.
I'm a fully crowdfunded individual.
Snort for roll call. Catherine.
My wife.
Jasper.
Get down.
Derek.
Good night, Derek.
Bills. If you're wondering why folks tip the guy as he rambles about scat, just remind yourself these same people once paid 2K to see his cat on Feigning Distress Theater 2000.
All right. Good night, Derek's. I love you all. We'll see you next time. Catch you on Twitter. Catch you in somebody else's stream. Bye.